when it comes to what code enforcement's role is in the post-storm environment, most of our role has to do with damage assessment. So we're going to get out as soon as it's safe to get back out on the road. Everyone's clamoring for how bad is it? How bad was the damage? And so our crews are out literally as soon as the road is clear, looking at structures, looking at properties, seeing, has there been a major flood infiltration? Are there trees down? Is there wind-blown problems? And then they're reporting that back and they're entering that information, and it's starting to tabulate. So that's what will set up the county for possible, monies and funds and that kind of relief. Our personnel are plainly marked. So when they see a code enforcement team out doing a damage assessment, certainly safe to approach them. Keep in mind they're moving quickly, so they're trying to compile that information. If there's information they want to let them know, that's great, but they're just going to be moving through the neighborhood, not intrusive, and just finding out what's happened in that neighborhood and on a larger scale, what's happened in the community.
What we're looking for in surveying this neighborhood is evidence of damage from the storm, be it flood, wind, etc. And we document that using the latest technology we have. We input surveys into our iPads and with an estimated level of damage, and it's geocoded to where the location is, collects all the information on that, and then that goes forward and into the GIS database for later data analysis to be done at the EOC. There's a couple telltale signs that we see that pretty much do the job for us in terms of damage assessment estimates. The first one is evidence of a flooding damage, and what you're looking for basically in that is like a water line on the structure. So that'll tell you that obviously there was standing water in the area and it was up to a certain level, and that translates to a certain level of damage for the structure. Additionally, what we'll see is a pile of debris, waterlogged debris out by the front of the curb. Folks naturally want to clean up and get the wet stuff out. So that's another piece of evidence to indicate that there was flooding. The second level of damage or cause of damage that you'll see is windborne damage. So that takes the form of a hole in the roof, a downed tree on a roof, a downed power line, stuff that obviously has flown around. We take those two data points into consideration when we're doing a damage assessment estimate for a structure. Unfortunately, there's an urban legend out there that we're out there as code enforcement trying to cite people and write them up. That's not our business. Everybody's trying to recover, trying to dust themselves off. The last thing my guys or anybody's going to do is try and just pile on. So there's enough going on, there's enough issues for all of us. So what I would ask for folks to do is to take that knowledge in your mind and understand that that's what we're doing. We're not going to be there for 2 hours. We're not going to be interrogating anybody, any offensive actions of that nature. We're there to do a very quick assessment and move on because we have an entire county to cover.